One quiet evening, as the rain softly tapped against the window, Alisa sat curled up in her favorite chair, a deep sadness weighing heavily on her heart. The world outside seemed so distant, and inside, everything felt a little too much. She didn't know why she felt this way, but the heaviness didn't seem to lift no matter how hard she tried. As she gazed out the window, her grandmother, who had always been a source of wisdom and comfort, sat beside her. With a gentle smile, she began a story, her voice soft and warm like the embrace of a mother. "There's a story I've always loved, Alisa," her grandmother began, "and I think it's one you might find comfort in today." Alisa looked up, her eyes tired but curious, and nodded for her grandmother to continue. Once, in the quiet of mother's womb, two babies lay side by side. They were safe, they were warm, and all they knew was the world they were in. One day, the first baby turned to the second and asked, "Do you believe in life after delivery?" The second baby, filled with wonder but unsure what that might mean, replied, "Of course, there has to be something after delivery. We are here preparing for something more. Maybe we will walk with our legs and see light. Feel things we cannot imagine yet. This place is only temporary." The first baby shook its head, its voice filled with doubt. "That's impossible. Life after delivery is a mystery, a darkness. How could there be life beyond this womb? Everything we need is right here. Delivery is the end of life. There is nothing more." The second baby, not deterred, smiled softly and said, "But what if it's not the end? What if life is just different than what we know now? What if we don't need the cord anymore to survive? What if, after delivery, we can breathe, we can walk, and we can see the world in ways we never understood here?" The first baby was silent for a moment, still unconvinced. But why has no one come back from there? If there's life after delivery, why does no one ever return to tell us what it's like? The second baby looked out into the silence, its heart filled with something deeper than words. "Because, my dear friend, delivery is not the end. It's just a new beginning. A new kind of life awaits us, and we will meet our mother there. She's the one who created us. She's always been with us, even now, in ways we don't yet understand." The first baby, with a skeptical glance, asked, "But how can you believe in this mother you speak of? We cannot see her, and we've never touched her. Where is she now?" The second baby's eyes shone with quiet wisdom. "She's all around us. She is in the air we breathe, in the rhythm of our hearts. We may not see her, but we live because of her. In fact, it's in her that we are made. She's been here the whole time, and when we step out into the world beyond, she will be there waiting for us, guiding us, holding us, loving us in ways we can't even imagine yet." The first baby was quiet. It didn't fully understand, but deep down, something shifted. A small, quiet hope began to grow, like a seed waiting to bloom. Alisa sat still, listening to her grandmother's voice, feeling the weight of her words settle into her heart. Her grandmother continued, "You see, Alisa, sometimes when we feel lost, when we feel uncertain or unsure what's coming next, it's hard to see beyond the pain and the fear. But there is always hope. There is always something beyond the dark times we are going through. Just like the babies in the womb who can't understand the world beyond, we too might not always understand why things are the way they are. But if we can hold on to belief that there is more, that there is something greater waiting for us, even if we can't see it right now, then we can find the courage to move forward." Alisa's heart felt lighter as she listened, the weight of her sadness easing just a little. Her grandmother smiled softly and said, "Sometimes, like the babies, we might not be able to see the bigger picture, but we can trust that there is something good on the other side. We are never alone, and the love that carries us through the hard times is always there, even when we can't see it. Just like the mother who cared for the babies in the womb, God is always there, holding us, guiding us, and preparing us for what comes next." Alisa nodded slowly, the quiet hope of her grandmother's words settling deep within her. With a gentle kiss on her forehead, her grandmother whispered, "You are never alone, my dear. The love you need is always around you, and in time, you'll understand that every step, every challenge, and every joy is part of the beautiful journey that leads to something greater." And in that moment, Alisa felt a peace she hadn't felt in days. Though the storm outside still raged, she knew that beyond it, there was light. A light she couldn't yet see, but one she would trust to guide her forward. Moral: in our darkest moments, when we feel lost and alone, remember that there is always hope beyond the struggle. Just like the babies in the womb, we may not see or understand the future, but we can trust that there is a loving Creator guiding us towards something greater. Even when we can't see the way, we are never alone, and the love that holds us will always lead us to light.